Hi, let's talk fear. So, we're in very intense times right now, obviously. There's an uncertainty and health concerns and financial concerns, so there's a lot of energy in the fear arena. And I'm hearing from a lot of folks who are feeling a lot of distance between people because there's a big faction of the community who's really in the fear, and then there's a faction who's not in the fear. And how do we engage with each other? And so, what's really important right now, I feel, is to um, cultivate feelings of compassion, right? If you're not in fear right now, but you see loved ones, you're living with people who are in the grip of fear, judgment is going to make it worse. Condemnation and frustration will make it worse. So, your work is to pull back and be an observer from a larger vantage point. And remember that you've been in the grip of fear in other ways and other times, and probably will be at some point in some other way in the future. So it's really valuable for us to put ourselves in another's shoes again and honestly let go of judgment. That is only ever going to make everything worse ever in life. So just make that a commitment to your daily practice, is find ways to not judge others. That's for folks who are not feeling fear. Changing the subject is also good because, when we're in the cloak of panic and fear, we shrink and we don't have access to higher wisdom. It's proven that our IQ drops, that we are in a very limited scope. We're easy to control, we're easy to trigger. And so this isn't said with any judgment. It's just the reality of the energy. And again, I've been in it, you've been in it, we'll all be in it. So there's no judgment or finger pointing here. But it's just the reality. When we're in fear, we have a very limited perspective. And we don't have access to really healing solution-based ideas by and large. So if you're interacting with someone who is in the grip of fear, don't try to have a logical one-on-one conversation with them when they're in the grips of it. They're not going to be able to hear you. So by you not holding on to judgment and you just holding a loving space, when you think of energy, when you're vibrating really high in a place of joy and certainty and calm and love and compassion, the person who's over here in fear will sometimes start to elevate. The grip of fear will lose its hold on them in some ways. And they may even be able to meet you there. You don't even have to open your mouth. Just by holding the frequencies of love and compassion, it can start to dismantle their heaviness. Or, conversely, your high vibe will become so unappealing to them that they go even deeper in their fear and frustration. They can't stand to be around you, and then they want to leave you. That's fine too. Let it be. The point is we're given this beautiful opportunity to find ways to feel greater compassion, ultimately, and understanding, and not trying to push and pull people into behaving in ways that make us feel better. So think about why you're uncomfortable if someone's in a place of fear. And you'll likely if you look underneath all the layers, you're uncomfortable because you want them to feel better so that you can feel better, right? So if we kind of get perspective on this and say, well, how can I feel better regardless of how you're feeling or how you're acting? That's your superpower. How can you stay in your center regardless of if you're surrounded by people in fear? That's your work. Now, if you are someone who's in the fear, this is a great exercise that I kind of discovered on my birthday last year. And it's if you're in a cloud of emotion that's unpleasant, unsavory, uncomfortable, whatever. So in this instance, let's say fear. You're in fear and let's call it red. Let's give it a color and call it red. You are engulfed in red. Feel yourself completely consumed by this energy of fear. Now, what color would you assign to, say, healing or love? Some people say purple or whites or pink. Visualize that color hovering up above you, right? So now you're in this cloak, this mushroom cloud of red fear. And begin with your eyes closed. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, really just feel the energy consuming you. And then visualize all that red beginning to drain out of you, leaving out of the bottoms of your feet and draining into Mother Earth. You're immediately replenishing this now vacant space with the healing, compassion, love energy, whatever color that was, and it is starting to fill in as you drain this red out of you. Really feel the energy as it drips down and out, and it is immediately replenished with love, healing, and nourishment and compassion. Sit in that feeling, taking a deep breath to really anchor it as you exhale. Really feel the truth of this frequency consuming your physical and energy bodies. Repeat as necessary, and I promise you, you will experience a shift. Scout's honor. Also, if you're in the grips of fear, it's another good practice to develop creating distance between you and the feeling. So you can become the observer. Say, where am I feeling the fear? Is it in my heart? Is it in my stomach? Become an observer. Just watch. Be curious. Don't judge. Don't try to push it or pull it out of the way. Just notice it. Also, oming. That is a very healing vibration. Om is the universal sound of all things, calibrates your energy field, and it massages your central nervous system. So Om, or just humming and oming are very healing, and also get your mind out of the chaotic spin, which only creates more fear and more energy behind all that. Another great practice is breath work, just any kind of a standard breathing exercise. I recommend the 4-count breath, where you inhale for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, inhale for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, and you continue just for a few reps, and that'll help again get the mind calm and calm your central nervous system. So again, you guys, the point with this is that fear is a natural human reaction to something. It's what our thoughts are thinking, and it creates these emotions. But when we are in the grips of it, when we are making decisions on its behalf, we end up in trouble. I promise you. Your work is to develop your tools and your skills at accessing your stillness within. It will be an undisruptible state that you can eventually develop. It's like any muscle. Once you develop it, it's yours to keep. No one can take it from you. So no matter what shitstorm is happening in the world, you have access to your space. We cannot control what's going on outside of us, ever. It's all been an illusion. What you have control over is how you show up. Build this muscle, it boosts your immune system, it increases your positive productivity. You're able to create more of what you want versus creating more of what you don't want. You help dissolve drama in your path. You can inspire others. There's so many healing benefits to this, you guys. So bookmark this video, share it. We can all use reminders. We're all human. We didn't sign up for an easy ride. If you're a human in a meat suit on Earth right now, you did not sign up for easy. But what you did sign up for, I believe, is to anchor in unconditional love and trust, surrender, love, service based on love, and joy. I do believe that's what we signed up for. And if that resonates with you, if you've watched this video that long, then maybe it did resonate with you. Share it, bookmark it, and thank you for your service on Earth at this most incredible time. Mwah. See you in the next video.